Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Supreme Ruler Ultimate with me, Commissar Roach, and I am joined by my good friends Benjamin Magnus, Bunchfair Bob, and Mordred Viking. Hello, everybody.
Fuck's sake.
Hello.
Dude, that's how I pronounce it. You're not going to get any better.
All right, Commish.
It's not. I'm not trying to not pronounce it correct. That's how I pronounce that word. I can't pronounce it any other way.
Okay.
Like what specifically is wrong with it? Like, go ahead.
Bundeswehr. All right, a sh sound. It comes from having like an SCH together. There isn't that in that word.
Yeah. Okay. And my accent pronounces that.
Can we unpause
like
while we're bickering?
We're in a different part of the country. We speak somewhat differently. Like, you probably say washer, well, I will say washer.
Well, just out of curiosity, you live in the Midwest, which was primarily settled by German immigrants. I'm just putting
putting
that out there.
It was also settled by a lot of Irish and Scandinavian. Like, it's kind of all over the place. Like the town I live in has an Irish Days festival. So
my chat's going, he's different. Get him. Oh man, I just the Belarusian Air Force is patrolling the border, keeping Russian planes out.
Yeah, it's not like there's just mayhem going on around the country. You know, on three sides.
How's your single player of Stellaris been going, Bob?
It's going all right. I mean, we were kind of talking about this a little bit before the break. Like Mordred, I mentioned this. I don't feel like the mid game has been they have beefed up in a significant way.
But what they have done is basically increased the number of different types of empires, of space empires that can exist, which makes things a little bit interesting because now you actually have to pay attention to what people's government, what kind of government it are, what kind of governing ethics and stuff like that they actually have. It's pretty nice. Bob, is there any way I could get you to maybe throw down at one supply depot in Veliki Luki?
In where?
Veliki Luki. It's the captured. It's the Russian town that the Poles captured, just north of the Belarusian border.
It's directly in between two Polish troop concentrations on the southern end of the current front.
The word vomit.
Yeah, the word vomit. But if I'm pretty sure Veliki Luki is the correct pronunciation of that one.
I'm even gonna put the German engineering corps down there.
Well, the issue I have right now is it's going to take longer to build Polish engineers than it takes to build the buildings I need them to build. But for next time, they'll be there.
Yeah, you're getting shelled by Russian artillery, by the way, in your northern front.
Yeah, I see that.
Get him.
Go!
Because I'm not.
I just saw a German unit go down that railroad track that just go, nope.
I don't want it. I just want to go home. I'll fling some missiles at him, though. Ha!
Fling away, Bob! Fling away. I mean, I'm making slow progress, but I really need those concentrations of supply depots that I started constructing to finish so they can propagate supply forward. That would help out a lot.
I mean, all the ways you can have supplies, you can do transport planes, helicopters, well, transport helicopters anyway, so the supply trucks, and then obviously the supply depots and stuff. I mean, I'm sure you've got, I
got one supply...
helicopters I got out there.
I got a couple helicopters. I got, supply... One's transport plane.
Transport planes, interesting.
But
the Portuguese engineer's like, guys, I got this crazy idea.
You only just recently get the ability to make
dudes in a plane.
Yeah, but I had like 3 transport planes since the start of the game. But because I never power drop, I just kind of followed them under useless.
Oh no, they can totally give supply. The thing is though, is that unless you're like providing cover for them, they can't get shot down.
And there is still a Russian Air Force to worry about.
I mean, the thing that I want to get so I can use that as a supply base. Plus, I want the shipyards there.
I mean, I got a little supply, but not much. And if anything, I should probably pull back. Because I don't have supply up at the front, and they're just shelling me. Yeah, there's more rush. They got lots of artillery. That's the one thing they got. But
pleasure doing business with you, Bob.
Oh, moving on, Rajev. I'm moving through various cities that had very large World War II battles.
You mean now World War III battles?
Yes, now World War III. Everybody knows about the...
Could we really consider this being World War III? Let's be honest.
Millions of people are dead. Russia's involved.
We've only fought on one continent.
ISIS.
They're not a part of this war.
It looks like the Russian planes are flying out of Moscow now.
No, they're coming from directly where you were attacking is an airfield, and also to the south of that there's an airfield.
Airfields are numerous in the
Yeah, they are. They really are.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of airfields around here.
It's almost as if the Russians were depending on their superior air capabilities.
This was mentioned a while ago, but someone did mention "Let us pray for Victoria 3." I'm not sure what context that is.
Well, I would imagine because it could potentially end up a lot like the Hoy series, where they just go, everybody needs to be able to understand it, so we got to get rid of anything that takes less than 12 seconds to get.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I feel like the gripes around Hearts of Iron 4 can be, summed up as the scope of the game and the system. How do the systems best serve the gameplay? And some of that's hit and miss in Hearts of Iron 4. Because again, the scope of it is let's fight World War II, right? So everything is designed around how can we try to deliver, a fast-paced, efficient means of fighting World War II to the player. I imagine that's what the design document looked like.
I thought the design.
Whereas Victoria 3, or hypothetical Victoria 3, if you look at Victoria 1, Victoria 2, those are, more about like global, colonial empire, where there's much more like economy game, spheres of influence. Oh my gosh! Speaking of spheres of influence, I Cold War scenario. Like I started like a Cold War Soviet Union playthrough, and like I found like all the efforts I've been doing to like try to flip governments and stuff over to dictatorships and stuff don't mean a goddamn thing because everything's goddamn scripted.
Oh, that's a shame.
I was really disappointed to find that out. I was like, so wait a minute, all this money I've been dumping into like trying to flip these guys around, stuff doesn't mean anything.
That's a shame.
Helicopter, provide the supply, the poles.
Do it! Pull me!
So I'm flying these MASH helicopters.
I see that.
See, now they shoot back.
Shoot the Russian tank, goddammit, it's almost dead.
Which I mean, when I found that out, it actually made me really disheartened to like continue playing that particular series.
Yeah. I can imagine.
It's just like all this political intrigue stuff that I was doing doesn't mean a goddamn thing. I've been blowing up Iranian oil refiners for years, I tell you, and nothing's happened. Just nothing.
It kind of makes you. It kind of makes you think like what could have been, because there was a Cold War era. I think Hearts of Iron 3 like it was based on the Hearts of Iron 3 like engine / gameplay. I think it was called East versus West or something like that. That Paradox was making, or at least a subsidiary team or whatever was making, but then it got canceled. Like I wish that would have been made, because that would have been really cool, especially with the political stuff that they were showing off.
Large column.
Yeah, I see it.
Deploy the Luftwaffe.
Well, they're leading the.
All of them are howitzers.
They're leading the attack with artillery pieces.
Yeah, the thing is, artillery can't capture territories. They're just wandering into like just Polish-held territory. They're gonna run out of gas, and they're gonna run out of bullets, and not gonna be anything they're gonna be able to do about it.
Send the Poles down to do some damage. Hit them with Poles. Hearts of Iron 4 sucks so hard. Gotta agree with that.
Bloody hell, they have. Oh wow, the White Sea Fleet is actually still alive. I'm actually going to get some naval combat going. Interesting. They've got a carrier up here.
Yeah, but it's a Russian carrier.
Well, I guess since the fact that Russia doesn't control any territory in the Baltic anymore, I can probably recall my fleet.
Wait for his cancer. I mean, some people like it.
I kind of like it. I don't like a lot of the social elements that have come up around it.
The fact that the game is nothing but a meme now?
I just... Like, it just astonishes me. There's no other content I do on my channel that just, like, has the same, like, social cancer element tied to it like Hearts of Iron 4.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's just like, what?
Well, I mean, Paradox did something very different with this game than they didn't do with all of their other games. And they advertised to the masses instead of advertising to their niche. Like, what's a good example? Okay, they had Angry Joe doing videos about Hearts of Iron 4 before it came out, and he doesn't do this kind of game. Like he does some Total War stuff sometimes. But I think they flew him out to do a video on it. Like
Pepper's Fob remembers.
Yeah, like, so I mean, they were going for way out of the niche that Hearts of Iron is, which I can understand from a marketing perspective, being somebody that worked in marketing for a while. But as a fan of the series, it got in a lot of people that were cancer.
A lot of shitheads? A lot of shitheads.
Yeah. It brought a lot of cancer into the community.
It's like, nothing against Angry Joe. I do like his content. I do, and I like him. I think he's a good guy. But his audience is shit. They're horrible.
Yeah, they are horrific.
They are like if he tries to do anything other than an angry review, which has huge production value, they fucking skewer him.
Didn't he say like there was a there is one thing. Being a fan of his, I will say, like, I'm all right with him doing other stuff, but he did put down, like, I think it was like 3 months ago. He actually laid out like a schedule, did like a 30-minute video about it.
Completely missed it.
He threw out a schedule, and then had literally 0 weeks where he followed the schedule. That's, I mean, that's kind of shitty. Like, as a fan, I think
he did address that.
Yeah, as a fan, I think that's all right for me to criticize. I mean, not harshly, because I mean, you know, it's a guy, but like equivalent, like if you went to a day job and you're like, you know, you missed your schedule like 3 weeks in a row at an office job, like you wouldn't have somebody just go like, oh, could you go stick to the schedule? You just like saying, hey, could you clear out your desk? Like but yeah, no, his audience is horrible. Like I don't go to his I don't go to his comment section anymore.
Well, he started disabling
just...
comment sections on like large swaths of his shit.
No, he doesn't do that for all his videos anymore.
He did for some stuff.
Like yeah, some stuff. But I think his Destiny review he just did, like Destiny 2. There was comments on there last I saw. But then again, that was an angry review, so.
Oh yeah, that was one of the stuff everybody's fucking like killing themselves over. Honestly, I think it would probably be good for him to make 2 channels. Have one channel for his angry review stuff and one channel for like Let's Play stuff. That might be a good idea. Because you know how the internet is. People are probably unwilling to make the clicks it would take to get from one channel to the other to bitch about, you know, not having the content they want.
Well, then you run into the problem that, like, it used to be pretty viable to split channels, or to get a new get a secondary channel and everything. But now, you know, he's making money on his like movie reviews and his non-angry stuff. What is the thing now? It's like 10,000 views, before you can be a partner, before you can actually monetize videos.
You can monetize a channel.
Correct.
Like that.
Yeah.
It's like channel lifetime views or something like that.
It's not a lot.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not a lot, but it's still revenue lost. Like I could see the aversion to doing it. Also, with that, like I think maybe there's because I think he's partnered or not partnered. I think he has a multi-channel network. I think. So that might be another.
I know he did.
Hurdle there.
I don't know if I thought he was Polaris.
Maybe. I mean, I think he's still with that guy with the glasses as well, isn't he?
Guy with
or the blistered thumbs or whatever their video game offshoot is. But then I don't know. I stopped paying attention a while ago. I'm like to all that stuff.
All the nonsense.
Well, I mean, just at a certain point, just can't be bothered.
Well, also, YouTube is like every day it puts another bullet into its own foot.
Has anyone tried the gaming sponsorship thing that they just had? Has anyone tried that?
No.
The what?
The what? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no, they added a thing in there. Channels that have the ability to live stream and are classified under gaming or gaming related now have the ability to have sponsorships, which...
Sink the carrier. He's dead.
Congrats. But it acts similar to, like, Twitch subs. So somebody could sponsor you. I think it's like $5, and it's a 50-50 split between YouTube and you, last I heard. And yeah, it's a monthly like payment thing. So it's basically a Twitch sub, but for YouTube.
Mm.
I think you get like a special. I think you can get like special chat stuff related for like live streaming.
They're trying to push streaming on YouTube, which is still garbage.
Well, there's I remember somebody said this. I don't remember who it was, but it was like we're seeing the YouTubeification of Twitch and the Twitchification of YouTube. Like they're trying to become each other, and it's like, and currently Twitch is winning.
Oh yeah,
obviously.
Yes.
Well,
easily.
a lot of people are stepping away from YouTube and stepping towards Twitch, and I don't see a lot of people stepping away from Twitch and stepping towards YouTube. God, the air battle over Smolensk is ridiculous. Run over the Russian artillery pieces.
I was thinking how Tama was actually compared to what's going on in the past.
Oh. Well, it's the hottest combat the Poles have seen. This is so hot. YouTube is the Ottoman Empire. I like that.
Will there be Supreme Ruler 2 with better graphics? They just released the Great War. I mean, Christian Latour said that they were working, they had some other stuff that they were thinking about doing. Whether they'll do it, I don't know. What that stuff is, I have no idea.
Yeah, he was aloof about it. I don't think he was supposed to, I don't think he wanted to say that.
I'd actually, like, I may be in the minority here, but I would love to see Battle go to a different series, and I'd like to see them try their hand at, like, another IP.
I don't know if I believe that.
Well, that's something that he was kind of... He was hinting at was what Christian was know, when I was interviewing him. It's kind of what he was hinting at, was some sort of other IP, and that wasn't the Supreme Ruler.
Yeah, I mean...
Again, what exactly that is, no idea. But
yeah, I'd love to see them, do this treatment for, like, you know, modern / just like a grand strategy economic simulator kind of thing. Like, their take on that with Supreme Ruler, I'd love to see them kind of put that into a different genre or a different type of game. I'd love to see what they do. Because I like their stuff so far. Like, basically all of their games they've released I've been alright with.
Alright, I wonder if I could tell my air minister to get off his ass, because let's try that again. Here.
I just saw a column of German helicopters.
Yeah. Every once in a while they could
north of
it's like a Vietnam flashback. Helicopters appearing over the hill lines at treetop level.
I'm not sure there are many Rotlooks that were hanging out in Vietnam.
I don't know. I don't know what you're flying. I just see helicopter icons.
Ah, flee!
They are not
no match for jets.
They are definitely not happy about the Smolensk operation.
They don't like me up in Archangel.
Yeah, is it actually doing anything? I just kind of see a lot of Polish units just kind of standing around getting shot at.
Well,
I mean, it is.
I ran out of supply trying to take the city.
It's November. It is November in Russia, so some we bogged down a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're waiting for. Maybe now we'll see the counterattack during the Russian winter.
1800% modifier into attack and defense.
I almost had Smolensk, but then they moved more troops in.
Oh, Mordred, your vectors of attack are ugly.
It's working though.
Just this like German supply boner coming out and going up towards Archangel.
Yeah.
I'm kind of annoyed that that's German, because most of that was supplied by air.
I think I'm just gonna pull back from this and go back to the next captured base, because this is I don't have any supplies here. These units are all beat up.
Just drive straight for Moscow, Ben. What could go wrong?
Well, I should definitely do that. My chat says it's a good idea.
Oh, actually, you're losing units retreating.
Yeah, they're still shooting them.
Oh, and you're stuck too. Doesn't look like you have... Oh, no.
No, they're just stopped because the game's chugging. I mean,
The balls got stopped at Smolensk.
I don't mind losing units because I've got hundreds in reserve that were pulled off the Magnus line. It's not a big issue. Inflation's going down! Huzzah!
Meanwhile, the Italian forward observers are still having a party in Poland.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're still there, aren't they?
They're still out. Like, we disassembled the line around them.
The one armored Portuguese division's going to take on their armor. Come on. No, they're God, words. I can't do them today.
I mean, if I really wanted to, I could probably... I don't know if I want to declare war on the Russia yet. I mean, they're basically
on the Russia.
Yet.
on the Russia. No, on Russia, because I mean they're basically dead at this point. Is there really a point?
So, is there any reason why my military guy won't when he's set to full, won't use my airplanes at all? He just deploys them and has them sit in Poland and not doing anything.
I mean, you may want to move them to like an appropriate battle zone, that's nearby, so that he can use them.
How I asked how battle zones work before, nobody seemed to understand.
No. It just means move them to where combat is happening.
All right, so I'll move them.
Well, no, my observation. I mean, I don't use the battle zone AI or really the AI defense minister. I do everything on manual because, quite frankly, I think the AI minister won't fight the battle the way that you want them to fight it. They will fight a battle, yes, but it won't be in the way you want it to. So, if you are going to use the AI to handle some part of your forces, what the best way to handle it, I've observed anyway, and this is my own personal experience, is to set the AI to whatever the priorities you want them to be, low to high or full, whatever it is, and then move the units physically to where you want them to be fighting at.
Okay.
And then they'll start to use them.
Then they'll be less stupid?
then they'll be less stupid.
Hey, he's being less stupid.
Allegedly.
Well, so far. Yeah, they're moving a lot of units back towards Smolensk for sure. So I might need to.
Yeah, it's all like artillery carriages.
I mean, considering I don't have a lot of supply down there because the supply depots still are not constructed. I can get.
Like I got a full core of engineers on this. Okay.
What? I'm not. I'm just saying that this game takes a long time to do anything. I still can't believe ISP joined Yogcast. I'm only vaguely aware of what Yogcast is, so it doesn't mean anything to me.
The only thing I know of from them is Diggy Diggy Hole. That's it. Which is a Minecraft thing.
I watched them when it was just the two guys on their one channel, like what they used to be called Blue Cephos or whatever it was. That was a long time ago. Now they're like a crew of people.
It's like a collab channel, right?
Something like that.
And they make video game stuff and music videos and things like that, I think.
Yeah, and then also fail at Kickstarter.
What, they tried to do a Kickstarter? What was?
Oh man, that was a glorious.
Oh, it's gotta fill. I'm unfamiliar with this. You gotta fill me in.
Oh no, they had the Yogscast. The game was a thing they tried doing, and they got that. Like they funded it. Like they got a shitload of money to make it. Never sold light a day.
What did they have to give the money back, or did they just pocket that shit?
No, they didn't have to give it back because you don't. What? I'm trying to remember the rules for Kickstarter.
I thought if you didn't deliver, you were obligated to give the money back.
No. If you don't, it has something to do with like if there's. I'm trying to think of.
My understanding of what had occurred was that they set their goal up, but they didn't like take into consideration like taxes or like how finances worked. Because they're kind of just like they essentially just like a bunch of kids trying to figure shit out that are just playing video games but have no concept of like responsibility outside of that. So like they got money from Kickstarter for funding their goal, but the thing is a bunch of that went away because of like some sort of tax thing. If I'm thinking of the right situation, there was some situation. I thought it was the Yogcast
processing
fees. Well, no, it wasn't processing fees. It was because they were trying to do some sort of commercial thing or something with it that wherever they were trying to produce it, like physically, they were subject to some sort of tax, and that had the money pulled out of it. I think it's the same thing. Am I thinking of the right thing?
I don't know if you're thinking the right thing.
No idea.
From what I've heard, it was just a massive mismanagement of money, time, and personnel. Like, they got a guy that could do it or said he could do it, but he really couldn't have done it. And then, the work that that guy did didn't really pan out. And then all that money kind of went away because they paid that guy to do that. And it just started spiraling until the point where, like, they didn't update the Kickstarter for, like, 6 months. And then they finally decided, hey, this ain't happening anymore.
Smolensk air battle again.
But yeah, no, it was a horrible just train wreck of a Kickstarter.
And the goal was to make a game based around the guys who play video games.
Well, they have a story for their Minecraft Let's Play that was a long time ago.
I remember that.
And I think that was gonna, they were gonna implement things of that. It was supposed to be like an open world survival / building game.
So
it's
exactly the same as every other game.
So Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yes, it was supposed to be Minecraft, but it would have their characters in it and stuff like that. It was, in all honesty, I didn't see the appeal because I mean, if you really just wanted to just play a game with Yogscast in it, just play Minecraft and get the skins for the Yogscast characters. Hey, there you go. But yeah, that was a thing and it failed. I don't.
It's probably like heresy for me to say it, but because I'm a YouTuber, but I don't pay enough attention to YouTube drama and like the popular channels and stuff like that to understand any of the shit that goes down with them.
Oh no, that's actually that's pretty normal. Because it's usually the people who are watching YouTube.
Here we're in the situation, Ben.
Like my chat was talking about, like, hey, I'd like to see Jake Paul versus Hoi4 YouTubers, and I'm like, who the fuck are these people?
Oh, Jake Paul's the douchebag of YouTube, the face douchebag of YouTube. At the
moment. Oh, wait.
He's the largest.
Is he the guy who came from Vine before Vine failed?
I don't know, because I didn't pay attention to Vine before it failed. So I have no idea.
We're going down the rabbit hole of not giving a fuck here.
No, he's I think he's not the biggest YouTuber. I don't think. But he's definitely one of
PewDiePie.
I think he's he's the fastest growing YouTuber, I think.
Would you see make clickbait for 12-year-olds? Because that's how you grow fast on YouTube.
Utari Anzo is telling me Jake Paul came over from Vine and did half-ass call-out videos to get attention and views.
What are call-out videos? I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. Utari, what's a call-out video?
We don't know. But he's gotten like big, like in the news because he's just a douchebag. And him and his friends own a house, like, somewhere in, like, California. And
so it's just like a frat house, but there's no school involved?
Well, no. The reason they're big in the news is because they're douchebags, and they don't give a shit about anybody else. So I think they set their pool on fire or something one time. They had like a block party, and, like, their neighbors hate them. Their neighbors hate them. They're trying to get them thrown out with like the neighborhood association or whatever. They're trying to get them thrown out. And when it came to the point where like a news crew came out to like report on the story, he came out there with his phone, so he was recording for a YouTube video at the same time. And like the 30 seconds I saw of that news coverage told me everything I need to know about this person and why they should never breed. Because they ended with like, oh, they're just haters. They don't, they're just haters. They're just and he dabbed, and then he left. And that was just fucking like I can't get over how much I hate this person as a person.
I would get on board with you with hating him the second you said that he dabbed and you weren't talking about it like ironically.
I'm not. Like he did it. Like I think seriously. I don't know. I don't know if you can dab seriously.
I can tell you, as someone who used to work at Disney World, where I was constantly, exposed to tens of thousands of tourists a day, I used to get asked to dab for photographs all the time, and I never once do it. And I will tell you this, not a lie, I have been called down to like managers' offices for to get a talking to for refusing to dab for guests.
Really?
Yeah.
Atari tells me call-out videos are basically what they sound like. Shitty videos calling a person out, insulting them, or referring to bad stuff about them. Yada yada. Massive clickbait. Jake used to do this as a cycle with his brother where they'd manufacture drama between each other and make response videos to drive views. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. He's Jake Paul. His brother's Logan Paul.
I don't know who that is either. But we're out of time.
He's a bigger... Oh yeah, we are. The last 15 minutes is just YouTube shit that we don't understand.
Hashtag 2019, hashtag dab, hashtag Jake Paul's a douche, whoever the fuck he is.
Thank you for joining us for it was me, right?
I don't know.
Yes. Thank you for... Yeah, fuck it. Thank you for joining us for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment down below and also leave a like.
Pause it. Damn it.
Pause the damn... Please,
hashtag Roach can't say Bundeswehr.
Please like if you like that. God damn it!
Fuck this! I'm ending
we'll
the
see you in the next episode.